activists and family members are calling for justice in the fatal shooting of a Black man during a camping trip. The victim's name is Peter Bernardo Spencer. Here he is. He's 29 years old. This man was found shot during a camping trip. And you're gonna have to hear about essentially all the details surrounding it. So Spencer was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds in the western Pennsylvania town of Rockland Township in the early morning hours of December 12th. That's according to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Police discovered his body in someone's front yard. Now, this is what his fiance is saying on their GoFundMe page. She says that he was invited on a camping trip by a friend on Saturday, December 11th in Venango County, Edmonton, Pennsylvania. Forgive me for the mispronunciation. This invitation ultimately resulted in Peter being shot multiple times while in the presence of 5 white men. He was the only Black individual at the campsite and is being portrayed as the aggressor. The Franklin State Trooper's Office will not give Peter's family nor myself any information regarding this incident, she continued. We have been turned away several times while trying to reach out for information regarding what happened. In doing so, I am forced to hire a criminal attorney to help investigate the matter and receive justice. Local station WTAE reports that initially a 25-year-old white man was detained in connection to the shooting of Spencer. Several guns were also retrieved from the location where the unnamed man was taken in by police. The authorities also revealed that there was some sort of gathering that involved alcohol and gunplay. And since the original detainment of the 25-year-old white man, 3 other people were brought in for questioning by troopers. They all were released by the DA pending additional evidence. Jackson, what does this say to you?
So I think that this really points to the realities and the strength of cultural norms, as well as public opinion, and how that really, the influence that has on resource allocation and just the judicial process as a whole. This guy, his murder hasn't been really seriously investigated because people in the litigation chambers don't care about it. We have to keep in mind with budgets, people make decisions on where that money goes. And a lot of the time, money goes towards areas that have the most public pressure. So, the wealthy, if something happened to someone wealthy's child or someone happened to them, they're most likely to get the attention because they probably fund campaigns of people in local offices, or they probably, are the executives at some company that has a big standing within a local community. And so, obviously one Black guy, and he's an immigrant, being in the presence of 5 white people and getting murdered the way that he did, that on his face looks terrible. But, in their minds, there's probably more important things for them to put their resources into. So that's why being involved in local politics is so important, because it really impacts cases just like this, and how we use those budgets and where those resources go.
You know what, when I looked at this, I thought this seems somewhat to some extent like a public lynching. You have 5 white men, 1 Black man, the Black man turns up dead. And the fact is nobody's looking into it. Nobody's giving it a sincere approach. You do questioning of one person and then kind of, well, let's see what else is happening here. The fact that you have this situation even playing out and individuals are not being held to account. Someone is responsible for that man's death. Of these 5 white men who were there at that campsite, there is foul play going on. This isn't something that just naturally happens. You go camping, somebody dies. That's a risk of camping. No, it's like, help me out here. Why isn't the DA doing more? And also this thought that this man, Peter, was the aggressor. It's like you have 5 other men present. Unless Peter was armed, and there doesn't seem to be any indication of that, then it would be nice to know why deadly force was necessary. What was going on? And I don't think we're getting the information that we deserve. And the fact that his fiance had to hire law enforcement, or actually their own attorneys and criminal investigators, that just tells you that we have a problem.